So for today, we're going to be looking at the Steeplechase armor set for the Titans. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the shader video. They're both right here. You guys can check it out. And we've already done the Hunter video that's right here as well. Definitely check out those videos if you guys want to see the review or how the armor actually shaders, or if you just want to see some Hunter fashion. This one specifically, we're going to be looking at the Titans. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This was a lot of fun. I do reuse a few sets. I think actually just one maybe, but overall really enjoyed this one. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to be using these Steeplechase Greaves. I'm not going to follow them in order like I usually do, just because I just want to get this out of the way because problems happened and I just have to record it right now. So this one's going to be probably my favorite. We'll see the other sets in the like after this one, obviously, but right now really like this one a lot. The Snow Plume helm with the Keep It Clean ornament for the Actium War Rig is one of my favorite ornaments that it has. War Rigger for the arms, specifically that's the ornament that goes with the Keep It Clean. Steeplechase Greaves with the TM Cogburn custom mark. Shaderize Gamekeeper, great combo. Love this one. I've done this one before when the Keep It Clean ornament came out. I used almost exactly a 1-to-1 for this one, aside from the boots and the mark, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I actually really like this one. Like, legitimately might be my favorite. And that's mostly because I feel like the boots really make this set look more grungy. Yeah, it makes it just look more, just way more grungy than it really is. Because the chest piece and the arms are very clean when it comes to like where everything goes, very symmetrical. And the boots make that symmetricalness look less symmetrical, if that makes any sense. Just because the boots have a lot of pieces that are not the same, obviously not symmetrical, and it lends a lot to the arms, but it also makes the chest piece, the asymmetrical pieces, stand out a lot more. So that's why I really like this set, just because a lot of the pieces do go well together. The only piece I would switch out would be the Snow Plume helm. I feel like it looks a little too clean with this set, and honestly, the only reason I have it up here is because it has feathers in the top of the helmet. Honestly, I would just switch that out for something that looks a little bit more grungy, and I feel like that would really hit the mark for me. As for the next set, Steeplechase plate for the chest piece, and then the Steeplechase mark. I'm not a big fan of this one, specifically the helmet. I think the helmet, I would just have to switch it out and I'd be fine with that. Like, I think the helmet would be the only piece where I'd be like, oh yeah, like now it's an actual banger. But for the exotic, we're going to be using the cayde ramparts. For the helmet, Masquerader's helm, boots, Ancient Apocalypse. For the shadering, Royal Treatment is what we're using. So yeah, overall, I don't think this is bad. If you were to ask me like what would I switch out, it definitely would be the Masquerader's helm and the Steeplechase mark. Those two pieces easily would be switched out because the Steeplechase mark, I feel like, looks better with a more bougie armor looking, or more bougie looking armor. Yeah, there we go. Just because of that crotch plate. That crotch plate looks like way too bougie for like when you compare it to the Ancient Apocalypse Greaves, when it's just fucking metal that you stick on your leg so that way you don't die. Yeah, so like it looks more artisanal, I guess you would say, specifically the crotch plate. And I like the fact that the Ancient Apocalypse Greaves goes pretty well with the Steeplechase plate. Like, it looks decent with it, which is why I also really like it. It's also asymmetrical, the boots and the chest piece, which makes it look really good as well. That would be it, honestly. Just switch out the Masquerader's helm for something else. I don't know what you would do, switch it out for. That's the problem, is like I went through a lot of them and I just wasn't happy with it. And Masquerader, I was just like, I'm just gonna use this and just tell people that I don't want to use this. So yeah, apologies that this one wasn't as good. It's just the fact that like combining the chest piece with a helmet that I'm like, yes, this is it, is very hard, because I want the helmet to have like a pointy bit in the back, so that way it goes with the pointy bits in the back for the chest piece. But I just couldn't find one that I was like really happy with. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. As for the next set, we're going to be using the Steeplechase helmet. This one is actually really cool, and a lot of it is the shader. The shader is really lifting this set more than it should be. So Steeplechase helm, like I said, the Lord of the Homage ornament for the Doomfang Pauldrons, Psionic Strangler plate, Braytech snow boots, and then Thunderous Impact Mark. Shadering is Long Journeys. Love this shader. It makes everything look really, really good. And the more positive thing is that it combines the Psionic Strangler plate perfectly with every other piece. The problem with Psionic Strangler plate, aside from it being a season pass armor set, which is unobtainable, is the fact that it takes off shader, really, really bad off shaders. So like, it's really annoying to shader with it. That being said, this shader made it so good. So yeah, overall, this actually might be my favorite just for the sheer technical achievement of the fact that Long Journey just said fuck you to the chest piece and was like, I'm gonna make you shader the way I want it. So I also really like the browns when you combine it with the Lordly Homage. Not for the fur, but for the orange. I feel like the orange with the browns looks really cool. Funnily enough, if you were to ask me like what would be the piece you would switch out, it would be the helmet. I think the helmet would be switched out for something a little bit more lordly. The Fortnite helmet I think would be a good choice. There's a lot of helmets that actually would be decent choices for this, so I don't really have to choose one, but like the first one I said, the Fortnite one would be pretty cool. But Titans, let me know what you guys think about this one. And then last but not least, we're going to be utilizing the Steeplechase gauntlets. So this one is interesting. So Siegebreaker helm for the helmet, Devastation Complex for the boots, Iron Foreigner mark for the mark, and then for the boots, reticle, what is it? Reticle lock for Abeyant Leap. So yeah, I know what I was going for this one. My gripe about this is just the fact that the arms are just so goofy, and it's not like males look like, both of them just look super goofy with it, because like that shoulder pad is just so obscenely big. Honestly, I would have to go back to the drawing board with this one. I am, to be completely like 1000% honest with you guys, I would never use the Steeplechase gauntlets. Like I think they're pretty terrible. If the face mask shoulder pad thing was a little bit more in and wasn't like fucking 6 feet away from you, I think it'd be much better. Like it would be less unwieldy. So yeah, that's like my biggest gripe about it. Shader wise, Unsated Curiosity is what we're using, which I love this shader. Yeah, this is definitely the weakest one, because even the one we just, not that one, the purple one that we saw the second set, I think that one's fine. I think like if you switch out the mark and the helmet, it's gonna be a banger. The fourth set, the last one's like, there's so many problems with it. Like I get that the chest piece goes really well with the boots, because the chest piece, the stomach specifically, has that brown, and I know the pants has brown as well, which is why I went with that, and it has fur. My gripe about it is just the fact that fur does not change color, therefore combining it with the Iron Foreigner mark is just not a thing I could do successfully. That's not even including like the helmet. I'm not the biggest fan of it. The only reason I'm using it is because it looks good with this set, but at the same time it doesn't, which is a little weird. So yeah, even though I've said that about this set, I still think like the first three that I did are amazing. That's why I had so much fun, because like the first set, legitimately I was like, oh, this is gonna look cool with this set. Immediately picked that one out. Chest piece took a little longer, not gonna lie, but the third one is when I was like, yo, I cooked a little too hard with this one. I love it. I think the third one is the best one. It's super dope. I would say it's the best one from all of the classes. I think it's so, and honestly, a lot of this is coming from a standpoint of like, you don't understand how hard it is to get Psionic Strangler to be shaded well. So it's more of a technical thing than anything else, but I still hold that this set is amazing because of that. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, I am posting a bunch of other stuff. Warframe is coming up to mine. Tekken 8, specifically Yoshimitsu, is what we're posting right now. So I'm going to be doing Yoshimitsu. Most likely we're going to be going through Jin as well, and then after that we'll probably do some other stuff. Again, I'll probably do like the really like famous characters, just feel that way, because I know people would play those instead. Probably like actually I could probably look at a population thing for like how many players play this character, so that way it's easier for people. But yeah, thinking about doing Final Fantasy 14. I know I've said it a lot of times that I want to make a video on it, but it's just, when I tell you I fall in love with that game when I play it, it's rough, dude. It's rough. Especially like now that Destiny 2 is kind of not even like trying to be funny, like in the worst state it's ever been. I think it'd be dangerous to play a game I love to death, because then I'd be like, why would I play Destiny 2 when I have Final Fantasy 14? So let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.